Hey, it's Heaven, the Queen of Credit, and I'm back with another Money Minutes Live. Money Minutes Live is basically a segment where I pick any topic of my choice and I just go live. I don't edit it. I just give you everything I know about that topic, and it's about to be 2022. So guys, we are goal setting for 2022. I've been getting a bunch of emails coming from the student loans is back. So before I get into that, make sure you guys like, subscribe, and hit that bell for my YouTube. I would really appreciate it. If y'all want to know more tips on finance, on building wealth, on building your credit, make sure you guys subscribe to my channel, sign up for notifications, like, and comment. So boom. 2022 is coming January. My student loan payment is back. They keep on emailing me. Basically, my payment is $628. So every year I do something called an income-based repayment plan. So every time I have clients, I look at their credit, I see that they have student loans. If I see that they are in deferment, I automatically tell them about the income-based plan. So deferment is basically a certain amount of time period you have to not pay your loans. Like when you are in school, they might put it on a deferment, but the income-based plan is different. All you gotta do for the income-based plan is sign up for it, or you fill out the application. You have to send in your pay, and then they will give you a payment, a lower payment based off of your income. So again, like I told y'all, my payment is $628. I have an engineering degree, bachelor's in science. State. Okay, I went to Dell State, but I don't want to pay $630. I don't have that type of money, right? Just to pay for a student loan. So I'm going to send them my income, and 9 times out of 10, depending on, your financial situation, it's going to come back with a $0 payment. Yes, $0 payments. So I have done this with hundreds of people. I only got a handful of people that came back with payments that wasn't $0. So it could be $30 or $50 is the highest payment that I ever saw with the income-based plan, because it's based off your income. So you're either paying $0, $30, or $50. So like I was talking about the deferment, you don't want to be at the deferment. Number one, with your credit, the deferment marker on your credit is basically you're not paying on your debt. So your credit is not going to go up because you in deferment. The debt is just sitting there, right? So when you get into this income-based plan, you're not in deferment anymore. Even if your payment is $0, you are technically not in deferment. You are on a $0 payment plan. So therefore your loans is showing as active, paying as agreed, and it's not showing as deferment, and you're not paying it. Also, when it comes to buying a house, most people run into this issue with their debt to income ratio with their student loans. But if you're in an income-based plan, Freddie Mac is able to use your $0 payment as your payment. Some Fannie Mac banks is able to, and if you don't know that, that's basically like the government-backed loans, right? So instead of calculating 1% of the whole loan, which they used to do, they actually calculate your $0 payment, as your payment. So you're going to work out better with your debt to your income ratio when you're on an income-based plan versus if you're on just like a regular plan paying $630, or if you quote unquote call yourself being in deferment. If you're in deferment, they're going to calculate 1% of your overall loan against your debt. So that's why it's so important, especially if you want to buy a house, especially if you want to build your credit. So go ahead and use the income-based plan. It's called the IBR payment, and in a second I'll show you guys how to do it. I just wanted to, give y'all some game on why you want to do it, and how it's beneficial for you. So make sure that you don't do the deferment thing, because you only got a certain amount of months in quote unquote years for deferment over your life. So you don't want to use all your deferment now. I'm not even 30 yet, and then when I turn 70 years old, I don't have any more deferment. So before I show you how to do it, I do want to say this. Talk to your lender or your mortgage provider. They can let you know best how they're going to calculate your student loans. But a lot of people don't know that they can calculate the student loans this way. So make sure you do your own research. And if you have a mortgage lender that's not versed in the new updates to the guidelines, I would suggest you go with another lender, because I bought several houses over after I have about $69,000 in student loan debt, and it didn't affect me. So I have some people come to me saying, oh, my student loans are affecting me. income-based plan, and then get with a mortgage lender who knows how to underwrite the proper way so that you go ahead and get that house and get off a deferment, get into that income-based plan, start paying $20 a month on your student loans. Your credit is going to shoot up because you're paying on your debt. So every month your debt is going down, your credit score is going up. So it's just like a win-win. I definitely want to get to the point where I am debt-free all around the board. And I will pay off my student loans completely, once I finish paying off some other debts that I have going on. However, until that point come, I use the Budget Queen, shout out to them. Until that point comes that I do pay off my student loans, because I'm not telling you guys not to pay off your student loans. Eventually, you want to pay your student loans off in full, but for now, you want to make sure that your credit is right. So the reason why it's Sunday, the reason why I'm doing this video and I'm actually going to sit here and do my own income-based plan is because the new year will be here, and they've been emailing me for a while, and I don't want, January 6th to come by, my $630 payment is due, I don't pay the $630, and then 30 days late can knock your credit down 100 points. So now I'm losing 100 points over something that it took me, a few minutes to do. So I'm going to just jump on here and show you guys. So what I normally do is, and this is just like all the time when I have a client, I just really type it in Google, right? So I just go to google.com and I put income-based repayment plan. And like I was saying, it's coming directly from the government. The same people that you signed out the FAFSA for. I seen the thing that said FAFSA had us signing 360 deals. That's so funny, as basically we were young, we didn't know, and we signed up for all this, debt, and we didn't have a clear way to pay it back. But the good thing about the income-based plan is it's directly through FAFSA, so you will need your FAFSA information. So if you don't have your FAFSA information, they send you like a text or a code or something. It takes like a day for you to get your FAFSA login, and then once you get your FAFSA login, you log back in, you fill out the application, you put all your information in, and it's going to tell you to print it out. Once you print it out, you print out your last 2 pay stubs or your pay, or if you don't have money, you write a letter, I don't have income, whatever your situation is, and you mail it to them. Once they receive it, they'll let you know that they received it, and then after like a couple weeks or so, they'll let you know. But at the moment that they get it, they'll let you know that you don't have to pay anything until they calculate the payment. Then once the payment is calculated, they'll let you know whether it's $0 or $30 or $50, and there you have it. That plan lasts for 1 year, so you don't have to recertify every single year. I've been out of college for 5 years. I've been doing a plan for 5 years straight, and it's been working out for me. Again, like, I want to get to the point where I'm debt free and I'm paying off these student loans. But until I get to that point, number one, I want to make sure that if I wanted to pay $600, like, $500 towards the principal or something like that, that's, what I chose to do. Not because it's like a payment that's going to affect my credit score, because credit is power. I'm so big on, just making sure that my credit is right. I get so many questions about people who, want to know what to do with their student loans and their credit score. Another thing I just thought about, Money Minutes Live, I be ramming about certain topics. This is in reference to delinquent student loans. If your student loans are delinquent, right, that means that they're negative. They're reporting 30 days late, 60 days late, 90 days late, 120 days late, or a collection/charge off. At that point, I still recommend the income-based plan. I recommend it to everybody because I want you to get in good standing. I never want you to think that like your student loans are going to disappear or they're going to go somewhere, because they're not. But if you are that person who have negative student loans, at Having Solutions, we are able to help you get those removed. And if you want to remove it yourself, I do have a video that I'll post below that shows you 5 steps do-it-yourself credit repair, where you can repair your credit, because at the point that they show negative, therefore you have to get those items removed from your credit. So if they already negative, there's 2 things I want you to do. One, I want you to still get in the payment plan and get right with them, right? Get in good standing, because they're not going nowhere. And then 2, I want you to go ahead and get those items removed from your credit.